Hi everyone, I'm Sam. You might know me over on Instagram as Sewing Sam. I decided to create a FlossTube channel, sorry, I should say, not YouTube. Um, yeah, hi everyone. Be nice to me. This is my first time. I've never really done anything like this. I'm talking to a camera without a fixed audience. Something I'm gonna have to adjust to, but we'll get there. We've done worse things in the last 12 months. So hi. I just wanted to start off FlossTube because I wanted to track my progress a little bit more, interact better with everyone in the FlossTube community and the cross stitching community. So hey, I thought I'd start today with an introduction to myself, an introduction to how I got into cross stitching, what my current whips are, and what my plans are, and then build from there going forward to try and just follow my journey and see where this goes. So let's start, shall we? I got into cross stitching back in 2019 through the beautiful designs of Caterpillar Cross Stitch. I took part in my first ever SAL. I thought it was a brilliant way of getting into cross stitching because you could just get a little bit every 2 weeks, or I think it was every 2 weeks, I think, back then. And you could just do that at your own pace. There was no stress to finish, no rush to finish, no pressure. And of course, those of you who are aware of Caterpillar Cross Stitch and Stitch Alongs, they have a brilliant community Facebook page where you can join, and you just have this extra community spirit and this extra push where you can ask people like me when I was a beginner. I could ask from what I thought were stupid questions and was reassured very quickly that these were perfectly normal questions and I could progress with my cross stitching. So my first piece I ever did was the Deck the Hawes, which I have actually got here to show you. So this was my first ever piece, which, as you can see, I also FFO'd it the way that, I'll move it back a little bit, the way that Sally had suggested with the dowel rodding and a bit of rope. And I also found this gorgeous, excuse the back, it's not so pretty, this gorgeous fabric, which I know it's probably mirror for you guys, but it says like Merry Christmas and Happy Christmas in different languages, which is brilliant for me because I'm currently living in Germany. And oops, sorry. And I thought that was really good because then my pieces could also have my home element of the UK, but my current home, Germany. So yeah. Then I feel like I love cross stitching as it's a really beautiful way to relax. I know quite a lot of people have said this. That you can relax, you can just totally switch off from the world by doing the repetitive, I say repetitive, but the nice movement of the crosses, and you then have the sense of achievement, really. So that's how I feel when I finish a piece. I love that feeling of, yes, this is done, brilliant, perfect. Why FlossTube? Wow, as I've already alluded in the past, that I wanted to try and track my progress in a different way and communicate differently with everyone. I love communicating with everyone on my Instagram page, and it's not even a year so far, I don't think. And I just wanted to take it to the next step. 2020 taught me to push myself out of my comfort zone with trying different things. And I'm trying to keep this going now. So hey, FlossTube! It's something I would never have done a year ago. I got into FlossTube through watching the Still City Stitches and Pam and Steph over on Just Keep Stitching. If you haven't seen either of those two channels, you need to go and check them out. They were amazing sets of women who have definitely inspired me to continue and try different things. And then more recently, I've been watching other FlossTubes like Mary Ashcraft and Crafting Creations. Again, two brilliant women, go and check them out. And I'm always watching other FlossTubes just to try and broaden my horizons, see different designers, see how different people work. And I just love that you can just dip in and out of everything, and you just feel like you're sat with friends with a cup of tea and you're stitching. I love it. It's brilliant. So yeah, that's a little bit introduction for me. This will be a short video just because I don't want to bore you, and I want to check that I'm comfortable doing this, and this is something I could do. So that's basically my main hello. So I just thought I would talk about my current whips. So cross stitchers love their acronyms. WIP stands for work in progress. And I know I mentioned earlier SALs, which is also stitch along. I'll try and explain stuff as I go because I realise from talking to people outside of the community, you can say these words and you get blank faces of what? And I don't want to, yeah, I don't want to people not to feel included or feel like they can't, yeah, follow or that they're not welcome, because that's something that is not the cross stitching community. I've noticed everyone's so lovely and so warm and welcoming, and it's so lovely. So I keep all my projects in project bags. This one here is from Caterpillar Cross Stitch, which I love because it's got 2 big pockets and a nice vinyl back where sometimes I keep my pattern in so I can follow my pattern there, and I have my stitching on the go here. But this piece is actually on my Q-snap, which is my favourite stitching thing ever. And this is my Mount Fuji that I've been doing. Oh, sorry, Mount Fuji. Oh, I moved the thread, sorry. Yeah. So this was a piece I got a year and a half ago, I think, for my birthday from my parents. And I started it, but I hadn't gone very far with it. And then this year I saw the Stitch Asia hashtag going around, which is where you to raise awareness for the attacks that are going on, the increase of attacks going on in America and probably around in other places in the world too, on Asian origin people, to stitch something that's either designed by an Asian designer, stitched with Asian design, an Asian design, sorry, or using materials that have been produced by an Asian dyer, or yeah. So I had this piece. I love Japan. I really wanted to go. Really want to go. So I had this kit, and this is how it will look when it's finished. Sorry, that's not focusing very nicely, but I think you get the idea. So I'm about, I would say, a third of the way. I love the colours. If I just get the flosses out of the pattern, my case, you can see they are so, I just love them. They're so gorgeous. I mean, these blues and then these gorgeous colours pinks. I'm not really a pink fan, but these I think are to die for. So yeah, that's my main current project, which I've been working on religiously for the past couple of weeks. But then I've also got at the moment a SAL that I've been doing, so a stitch along, which is done by Hannah Hand Makes, and this is the heart of the Home SAL. Sorry, I'm just getting out of the bag. The 4th part I think got released yesterday. I've only done the first 3 parts, but this is it so far. And this is also going to make a banner similar to the Deck the Halls that I'll put up in our kitchen area of the flat here. I love the little rhymes. So it says this kitchen is for mixing and rolling, pouring and brewing, singing and baking, stirring and stewing, chopping and cooking, slicing and roasting. Me and my partner love to cook, so this I thought was brilliant for us. I know that Hannah has got alternative wording too that you can switch in and out on the design, so if a word doesn't fit what you would say or what you would want to have in your kitchen, you can change it. So yeah, I'm loving this SAL. I love the colours, I love the reds, I think they're gorgeous. And yeah, I've also got this in a crafty, handy little Caterpillar cross stitch. And then my last main whip that I have is from the Historical Sampler Company. I love their cotton and twine subscription boxes. Anyone who knows, like, all my project bags are stored in. It was a design from last year, which is a beautiful little Hessian bag, which some people use, I guess, for shopping. I just thought because it says happy days, and when I'm stitching it's a happy day, so I thought I would just put all my cross stitch in that if it fitted, and it does at the moment, because I'm not one for having too many whips on the go at once, because I find it stresses me out too much. But yeah, this is my, excuse it, it's very, very crinkled, but this is I've done 2 parts of this Snowman SAL. It was released at the end of last year, but I didn't get as much done as I would have liked, just because life. So I was stitching it this year when it was snowy. I just love all these colours. I think they're gorgeous. Especially like these cute little robins. Like, I think these guys here are super cute. And I love, I got this beautiful needle minder with another one of their projects. I mean, I'm a sucker for a needle minder. Show me someone who isn't. So yeah, I decided that when the weather started to get a bit warmer here, to put that to one side and just wait until Christmas in July comes around, and then I can start stitching that again. But I mean, I love their designs because they mirror, they're symmetrical. Okay, the actual things inside the boxes might not be, but if you look, you've got the border with these beautiful flowers, and then these 2 bits here, the actual boxes themselves, they are the same as are these ones, and then so are these ones. And I just love how it just all matches up beautifully. That has been a joy to stitch so far, and I cannot wait to get my hands back on it again. But I've realised I'm a very seasonal stitcher a lot of the time. I can stitch Christmas whenever, but as soon as I see like a spring design or something like that, I have to start it when it's spring. So, which is quite exciting. So yeah, that's my current main whip, so to speak. I have other small projects that I will do throughout the month. For example, because now I'm going to talk about my plans for the next couple of weeks. I subscribe to the Cotton and Twine boxes. Those of you who haven't seen these yet, just going to show you. You get a beautiful box with some tissue paper. Apologise for the noise. And I haven't actually started this one yet. So what you get inside of it is a beautiful pattern. So this is this month's. It says Hope, which I think is very appropriate for the moment. You get some gorgeous sweet treats. And I love fudge, so it's a massive achievement. I haven't opened this yet and started it. You always get a tea or a coffee, which is beautiful because then you have your snacks and your drink for while you're stitching. You always get a little present, and this month it's a little notebook, which is always handy to have. I'm such a correct list. And then you get, sorry for the noise, all the materials that you need to complete the project. So here you get the Ada. This is 16 count. You get the the floss on a card, and you always get, I can see here, a little needle, which is very handy. And then you always get the stuff you need as well to FFO it, so fully finish the piece. So here we've got the hoop, the ribbon, and also some double-sided sticky tape to stick the ribbon to the hoop, which is always good. I can never say no to that. Right, sorry. And yeah, it comes with some brilliant instructions. It tells you exactly, I'm not going to show you the pattern, it tells you exactly how to finish it off to in a foolproof, because I mean, I am not a creative, easy person to finish things with, way of finishing things, which is always good. For everyone of all abilities, I think if you're a more experienced stitcher, this is a nice quick finish. Or if you're like me a year ago when I was starting to do this type of thing, you know, it was a nice challenge. You could then fully finish stuff and display it in your home. For example, this is my most recent FFO, also from these guys. Oh, sorry for the glare. But we got the frame, and I just, fully finished this, gave it an iron, and then framed it, which a year ago, if you told me I was framing and finishing pieces, I would have laughed at you. I still have quite a few pieces left to finish in my stash, but that's for another day. So my plans for the next week or so is to continue on my Mount Fuji piece. I want to get at least this section done, so then I can move the Q-snap over and get onto another section. I want to try and get this pattern, the Hope one from Cotton and Twine subscription box, finished, or at least started. I mean, I find that I get through them quite quickly once I sit down, but it's just finding the time to actually start something new and sit down. I want to get part 4 of Heart of the Home SAL from Hannah Handmakes of the banner. I want to get that started because it's coming out every week. I just want to stay on top of it because it's quite a nice quick stitch along, which I enjoy. And then I want to start on my baby project. Not that I'm having a baby, I should add. For those of you who might know me and are like, what? She did tell me. I ordered this back in October, I think it was. Yeah, October when it was released from the Frosted Pumpkin. And then post happened. It got shipped from the US to Germany, not a problem. Sat in customs for a while, again, not a problem. I'm not here, which is weird because I've been at home for the last year, like everyone else. I'm obviously out of the house doing shopping when this comes. We don't get a card telling me that it's arrived, so I miss it. It then gets sent back to America, and it's now finally been amazingly posted from the girls because they've done such a good job. And it's arrived me now. So I've got the Christmas wreath stitched along, and it's my first real time on linen. So I thought I'd try something new. I mean, the colour's gorgeous. I'm not taking it out of the packaging just yet, so I hope the noise doesn't annoy you. But it's this gorgeous colour, and the flosses. How amazing are they? So my plan is to try and start that because I've got some time this week. So I'm hoping I can just sit down and just try and start that in peace and quiet. While it's light as well, because I feel that natural light's always good. So I'm hoping to get that done. That's my main plans for the next week. I know this was a quick one, and I apologize for talking too fast, probably, because I do this. So any feedback, not too horrible, please, would be very appreciated, because I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just doing what I feel is right. So yeah, I wish you all a lovely week, and I'll hopefully see you soon. Bye!